Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today, we delve into the fascinating realm of human interactions as we explore the 10 common mistakes that unknowingly push people away. Yes, you heard it right, those subtle behaviors that might be causing others to secretly dislike you. Understanding these patterns can help us foster better relationships, build stronger connections, and create a positive and supportive environment around us. So, if you're curious to unravel the secrets behind likability, and perhaps uncover a few surprising revelations about yourself, then stick around. Let's dive into the insightful journey of self-awareness and learn how to avoid those unintentional pitfalls that might be hindering our social success. 1. Arrogance. Arrogance is when someone thinks they are better or more important than others and shows it in the way they act and talk. Imagine meeting someone who always talks about how great they are, boasts about their achievements, and looks down on others as if they are beneath them. This kind of behavior can make people feel uncomfortable and put off because nobody likes to be around someone who constantly brags and acts superior. It can make others secretly dislike you because it feels like you don't value or respect them as equals. Being confident and proud of your accomplishments is good, but when it becomes excessive and makes others feel inferior, it can harm relationships. Instead, it's better to be humble, listen to others, and treat everyone with kindness and respect to build positive and genuine connections with people. 2. Self-centeredness. Self-centeredness means that someone is overly focused on themselves and tends to talk and think only about their own needs and interests. Imagine being around someone who always steers conversations back to themselves, never asks how you're doing, and seems disinterested in your thoughts and feelings. This behavior can make people feel disregarded and unimportant, leading them to secretly dislike you. Healthy relationships require a balance of give and take, where both parties show interest and care for each other. When someone is self-centered, it can make others feel like they're being taken for granted or that their feelings don't matter. To avoid this, try to be mindful of how much you're talking about yourself and make an effort to listen and show genuine interest in what others have to say. Showing empathy and being supportive of others can help foster better connections and make people feel valued in your presence. 3. Gossiping. Gossiping refers to the act of sharing rumors or discussing other people's personal lives, often in a negative or judgmental way. Picture a situation where someone spreads stories about others, talks behind their backs, or shares private information without permission. Engaging in gossip can create an atmosphere of mistrust and insecurity among those involved, and it can make people secretly dislike you. When others hear that you gossip about others, they might wonder if you would do the same about them when they're not around. Gossiping can also be hurtful, as it can damage reputations and relationships. To avoid this, focus on building positive conversations and uplifting others instead of tearing them down. If you have concerns about someone, it's better to address the issue directly with them rather than discussing it with others behind their back. Being trustworthy and respectful of others' privacy can help you earn respect and maintain healthier relationships. 4. Lack of empathy. Lack of empathy means not being able to understand or share the feelings of others. It's like being unaware of or indifferent to what others might be going through emotionally. Imagine confiding in someone about a difficult situation, and they respond with a cold or dismissive attitude, showing little concern for your feelings. This lack of empathy can make people feel hurt and isolated, leading them to secretly dislike you. When someone feels like you don't care about their emotions, they may think you're insensitive or uncaring. Empathy is a crucial aspect of building strong connections with others, as it helps create a sense of understanding and support. To improve empathy, try to actively listen when others talk about their experiences, and put yourself in their shoes to understand their perspective better. Showing genuine concern for others' feelings and offering a compassionate ear can make a significant difference in how others perceive and feel about you. 5. Being overly critical. Being overly critical means constantly finding fault or pointing out flaws in others or situations. It's like always focusing on the negatives and rarely acknowledging the positives. Imagine being around someone who is quick to criticize and rarely gives compliments or words of encouragement. This kind of behavior can make people feel insecure and unappreciated, leading them to secretly dislike you. Constant criticism can erode people's self-esteem and confidence, making them feel like they can never measure up to your standards. It can create a negative and tense atmosphere, making others uncomfortable in your presence. Instead of being overly critical, try to adopt a more constructive approach. Provide feedback with kindness and offer solutions or suggestions for improvement. Also, make an effort to recognize and appreciate the strengths and efforts of others. A positive and encouraging attitude can help build stronger and more positive relationships with others. Remember, everyone has flaws, including ourselves, and treating others with kindness and understanding can go a long way in creating a supportive and respectful environment. 6. Unreliable behavior. Unreliable behavior refers to consistently failing to follow through on commitments or promises. It's like making plans with others and then frequently canceling at the last minute or not showing up altogether. This kind of behavior can make people feel disappointed, frustrated, and unimportant, leading them to secretly dislike you. When someone can't rely on you to keep your word or be there when needed, it can damage trust and create a sense of unreliability. It may make others question whether they can count on you in the future, which can strain relationships. To avoid being seen as unreliable, it's essential to be honest about your capabilities and commitments. If you can't fulfill a promise or obligation, communicate it early and sincerely apologize. Respect other people's time and be mindful of the impact your actions have on them. By being dependable and accountable for your commitments, you can build trust and strengthen your relationships with others. 7. Negativity. Negativity refers to having a consistently pessimistic or cynical outlook on life and situations. It's like always seeing the glass half empty and dwelling on the negative aspects of things. Imagine spending time with someone who constantly complains, criticizes, and brings down the mood with their negative attitude. This kind of behavior can make people feel drained and demotivated, leading them to secretly dislike you. Negativity can be contagious, and being around someone who is always negative can bring down the energy of the entire group. It can also make others feel like you don't appreciate the positive aspects of life and relationships. To avoid being perceived as overly negative, try to cultivate a more positive and optimistic mindset. Focus on finding solutions to problems instead of dwelling on them. Practice gratitude and acknowledge the good things in life. Being a positive influence can attract people and make them enjoy your company more. Remember that a positive attitude can not only improve your relationships but also contribute to your own well-being. 8. Poor listening skills. Poor listening skills refer to not actively paying attention or showing genuine interest when others are speaking. It's like being physically present but mentally distracted or disengaged during conversations. Imagine talking to someone, and they keep checking their phone, looking around, or interrupting you frequently. This behavior can make people feel unimportant and unheard, leading them to secretly dislike you. Poor listening can hinder effective communication and make others feel like you don't value what they have to say. It can create a sense of frustration and disconnect in relationships. To avoid this, practice active listening when engaging in conversations. Give your full attention to the speaker, maintain eye contact, and refrain from interrupting. Show empathy by nodding or providing verbal cues that you understand and care about their words. Ask follow-up questions to demonstrate your interest and encourage them to share more. By becoming a better listener, you can improve the quality of your interactions and make others feel valued and respected. 9. Ignoring personal boundaries. Ignoring personal boundaries means not respecting the physical or emotional limits set by others. It's like crossing lines or intruding into someone's personal space without their consent. Imagine someone continuously invading your personal space, prying into your private matters, or pressuring you to share information you're not comfortable discussing. This behavior can make people feel violated, uncomfortable, and even resentful, leading them to secretly dislike you. Ignoring personal boundaries can damage trust and create a sense of disrespect in relationships. It may make others feel like you don't respect their autonomy and individuality. To avoid this, always be mindful of others' boundaries and ask for permission before getting too close or discussing sensitive topics. Respect their need for personal space and emotional privacy. When you show respect for others' boundaries, you create a safe and comfortable environment where people feel more at ease and valued in your company. 10. Lack of accountability. Lack of accountability means not taking responsibility for one's actions or mistakes. It's like avoiding ownership of the consequences of your behavior and shifting blame onto others. Imagine someone who frequently makes excuses, denies their role in a problem, or refuses to apologize when they've done something wrong. This behavior can make people feel frustrated and resentful, leading them to secretly dislike you. Lack of accountability can erode trust in relationships and make others question your integrity. It may create a sense of unfairness and injustice when you fail to acknowledge your part in a situation. To avoid this, be honest with yourself and others about your actions. If you make a mistake, own up to it, apologize sincerely, and take steps to rectify the situation. Acknowledging your flaws and learning from your errors can help you grow as a person and gain respect from others. Demonstrating accountability shows that you're reliable and trustworthy, which can strengthen your relationships and foster a more positive perception of you by others. Thank you all for joining us on this eye-opening expedition. Remember, building and maintaining meaningful relationships is an essential part of life, and by being mindful of our actions, we can positively impact the way others perceive us. It's the little things that count, and a genuine smile, a listening ear, and a kind heart can go a long way in making a lasting impression. We hope today's video has provided you with valuable insights and encouraged you to reflect on your own interactions. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more enlightening discussions. As always, your feedback is precious to us, so please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay compassionate, stay empathetic, and remember, a little positivity can change the world. Take care and see you in the next video.